Well, we are back here on the blue couches with George Troner, the CEO of Bethesda Lutheran Services. Welcome back to First at 4. Good to see you.
Thank you.
You've got a huge announcement to tell us all about today.
I do.
Yes, let me just get to the bottom line. You are getting ready to climb Mount Kilimanjaro this summer.
Correct.
Okay.
Wow.
And you're not a climber.
I'm not.
Well, tell us how this happened.
Yeah.
So our attorney for Bethesda for over 30 years, Gary Naptusky, has been talking to myself and my COO, Jared Rimmel, about making this climb with him. So, of course, we kept putting them off, and finally we said 2025. Well, 2025 is
Here it is.
Hello.
But what I said was, and we all agreed, is that if we're going to do this, we're going to do it for Bethesda.
Mm-hmm.
We service well over 8,000 youth a year, and if you look at our logo, there's mountains in the background. And one of the main reasons for that is because promising futures, they climb, they fall, they climb, they fall. So we as folks don't really know what they go through. And we thought, well, let's challenge ourselves. So by climbing this mountain, we can say to ourselves, we're kind of showing them, but also ourselves, that the challenge is difficult.
Yeah. Now, I'd like to have you back when you get back from this and really go over it. But right now, you're trying to raise money for this, and talk a little bit about how much you're hoping to raise and where it will go.
Absolutely. So we're looking to raise $250,000. And we have a program on our campus in Meadville. It's called Right Start for Mothers. And this is where young ladies come to us either pregnant or who have a child. They live with us and we work with them on different skills on how they can continue to work with their child and raise them.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what do you have to do to prepare for a climb like this, and how long will it take you in June, right?
Okay, yes. So we leave, our climb's 8 days.
Wow.
And the reason it's 8 days is because we want to get acclimated to the altitude. That's the key thing we're hearing. We're hearing that the lack of oxygen, you getting altitude sickness. So as we train, trying to overcome that here before we go, a lot of cardio, a lot of hiking. But once we really get there, the key thing is taking it slow, doing all 8 days, so when we get higher up, we'll be able to be acclimated to the altitude.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if folks know it or not, but to reach the summit, it's 19,341 feet.
My goodness.
That's amazing.
And a Google search, I had to do some background information on Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania.
Correct.
My goodness, what's the flight over there like?
It's about 15 hours.
My goodness.
So we were actually looking at flights today,
Yeah.
possibly out of Pittsburgh, 2 stops, flying into Tanzania. So we're
What
pretty
an
excited about that.
experience.
I think some of the things that I looked at too is once you get to the summit, your weather can be from 20 degrees to minus 20 degrees.
Wow.
So the gear that you're going to
Yes.
have with you, you'll have a guide as well,
Correct.
I'm sure, right? Yeah. This is fascinating.
Yeah, so
It
how
really
can
is.
folks support you in this mission?
Definitely. So you can go to Bethesda1919.org/Kilimanjaro. There's a huge thing on our sponsorships, but just showing you what we're doing and how we're doing it. And one thing, and I'm excited about how you said when we come back, we're going to try to do pro cams. So we're going to bring back photos of the whole trip,
Yeah,
hopefully.
perfect.
Because I keep saying, attempt to climb Kilimanjaro. But ultimately, if anyone knows myself or Jared Rimmel, we'll do everything in our power to get to the top.
It's terrific. I think
Wow.
it's a great mission.
Amazing.
So book with us in July. Come back after you've
Absolutely.
rested with lots of pictures and tell us all about it. It's fascinating.
Thank
and
you.
congratulations
Good luck.
on
Thanks for
this
having
effort.
me. Thank you.